Hello, hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to your Nikaalo Prelims session today. And it's been 2 days. I hope you guys had a good weekend and it was a productive weekend in terms of your prelims preparation. And hope you guys were able to wrap up whatever details you needed or whatever targets you had kept for whatever subject you're reading. Hi Akash, good evening. How are you? We've got other Mayur is also joined here. Hi, good evening, Mayur. Akash was the winner in the last quiz, I think. So Akash is all excited to keep that lead going. And again, who all are there? Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope your weekend went fine. And we are back with our quiz of the day. And again, we'll be covering, like today is the last day for your science and tech related questions. And from tomorrow, we'll be starting with your history. Okay, hi, good evening, Ajay. Hi, Manisha, good evening. A lot of people from the last session here. Okay, so from tomorrow, we'll be starting with history, and Parth sir will be back again and he'll be taking history. And from the next week, we'll be starting according to your schedule with geography, and I'll be back with geography. So yeah, you'll have mix of faculty who'll be dealing with various subjects, and you'll be getting multiple dimensions covered through these questions. So good, guys. Chalo quickly, for today's session, again, like some newcomers like Mayur, you can go and log in into www.menti.com and type the code 55390626. It's given on the top of the slide, as well as I've put it in the chat box. Okay, so all you got to do and register in this particular site, and directly you have to go and type this code and you'll be able to participate. Hi, good evening, Amarnath. Hi. तो चलो आज का टॉपिक क्या है. आज we'll be covering your information and communication technology related topics. Hi, good evening, Ankit. Hi, good evening, Simple. Hi, good evening, Karthik. So I think Ankit, oh nice. Okay, Ankit is saying he just saw this quiz. Achha, we've had one Ankit who's playing, so I guess you're some other Ankit, but yes, we've had one Ankit who's played 2-3 times in this quiz. Karthik, Simple, I think new people here. So all you got to do, guys, is go to menti.com and type this particular code here, 55390626. Hi Sneha, good evening. तो आज हम computer concepts, information and communication पे we'll cover up quickly topics. ठीक है, चलो let's give you time to join in. ठीक है, let's wait for a good amount of players to join this particular session. ठीक है, all everybody just go and type that particular code on that particular site to join. I hope Karthik, Ankit, Amarnath, Manisha, I think Manisha was last time also, Mayur, so you guys are able to join in. ठीक है, yes, so we have players joining in, so we'll wait for 1 or 2 seconds more and then we can start with the quiz. Again, if you've gone through the timetable, from tomorrow we'll be doing history, and after history we'll be covering another major topic, which is geography. Okay, so I think both of these topics are very, very important. In fact, science and tech is also very important. Don't miss out on science and tech. Okay, so chalo guys, I've got 13 to 14 players who've joined up till now. And hi, good evening, boss. Unnati is also back here. So we've got a good amount of old players as well as new players joining in. Quickly, whoever does not know, go to menti.com, type the code 55390626. Why am I giving so much of time for you guys to join in? Because the competition is so extreme here that if you're not able to take lead in 1, 2, 3 questions, it's very hard to catch up with the top 5 players. So guys, if you want to come on the top 10 competitors on the screen, you need to start from the starting. Okay, chalo, let's start with the quiz. I think we've got ample number of players who've joined. चलो आज का क्विज देखते हैं. So again, couple of easy questions, couple of hard. Take care you read the question properly. Correct statement you have to pick up. You've got 45 seconds, so it's related to your malware. Ankit is saying, ma'am, my name I wrongly put civils daily because I thought I have to put the name of the channel. Oh no, Ankit, you can put your name and you can participate in this quiz. But again, if you've put civils daily, now we know it's Ankit. Not an issue. You can still compete. Quickly, guys, you've got 45 seconds, and I think everybody has voted. So we had two options, and very good. I see majority of you guys voting for the correct answer. And again, I hope you both, all of you are aware about what Viperware and adware is. Because again, these concepts are somewhat important. Okay? Like again, Viperware was there in news because there were certain attacks made against the Iranian oil companies. Okay? So it was based upon this particular set of malware. And again, these type of attacks, Viperware, have been have been coming from Russia. Okay? So again, in current affairs, we've seen this type of news being covered. Again, adware is something I think it was easy to connect, ad plus ware of malware. So obviously, yes, what happens is they take up a lot of content and data related to customers and they sell it out. So there are multiple ways of selling out today. There's darknet, and even across, some companies even do that illegally also. So that is also wrong. Okay, so we've got couple of examples here also. Just say Fireball. There's this incident in 2017 named Fireball. Again, it was Israeli software who had infected and sold multiple data sets of the customers. Okay? So both of these statements are correct, and the best thing here is that I see majority voting for it. So I hope the people who answered one and the second and the fourth are clear about this particular answer. So let's see what is leaderboard pe abhi kya chal raha hai. So okay, Ankit, so I see civils daily right at the top. So I know it's you. Manisha, good. I see you playing here again on the second position. Amarnath, again, I think you were also there in last few quiz. You were also in top 10 positions only. Mayur, again, newcomer. Ajay, Akash, we've got old timer here. Prateek is new. Zaltan, Akriti, again, I think she was there in one session. Neha, I think, has been playing with us for a lot of time. So couple of other people, again, I think Sneha, Unnati, I want you guys to be back there. Karthik is saying, ma'am, you didn't vote in the time that like coming. What should I have to do? Karthik, you have to go on menti.com and type the above code. Okay? That is how you do voting. It's not voting on the screen. Okay? Hi Abhishek, good evening. Quickly go and Abhishek, join the quiz so that I can even see your name on the leaderboard. Like you can see, we've got Acha, so Kirti is Zaltan. Okay, cool, Kirti. So I think Kirti is also somebody who's been coming in the top 10 position. Acha, one thing I've noticed, the beginner's luck is always there. So cool, Ankit. Let's see, you'll be able to retain your position for the next few questions or not. So we've got 17 players right now. Karthik, Abhishek, if you've not joined, go ahead, join the session. Okay? So what is the question for today? It's on deepfakes. Again, this is something current affairs related. काफी ज़्यादा था current affairs में. I hope आपको इसका definition, you know the definition of this idea. ठीक है? Because this question is not as such hard, but I think one or two terms on this particular question might take you off. Okay? So if you understand the concept, I think you can answer this perfectly. First is whether India has a law related to it or not. Second is whether we can alter images, videos and audios. And third is facial recognition. Okay? So everybody has voted, and again we've got a lot of majority siding to the right answer here. So again, guys, Sorry if I'm coughing too much, like I'm on the recovery stage, but again that cough has become that irritating cough right now, so I'll be coughing a bit in between. Sorry for that. Yeah, so deepfakes क्या है? Again artificial intelligence है, जिससे क्या होता है कि वीडियो में you can replace one person with another person. ठीक है? So again this has a lot of misuse, जैसे hate crimes, fake news can be spread through deepfakes. ठीक है? So this is very very dangerous, right? So again right now India does not have a law, but we are on the process of recognizing the dangers of this particular thing, and the government has actually proposed that there should be certain amendments to our basic law with respect to all the internet related things, which is IT Act 2000. Okay? Again the third option is perfectly right, because see AI at one time, when it's good at replacing the facial things, it is also very good at recognizing it also. So once it compares the facial, like you put a picture, like you put a real person and it matches your facial recognition with the video, then it can easily detect any kind of fakes. So we have all the statements which are right here. Okay? Sorry again for a lot of cough. Acha, Amod is also here. Lukewarm water with some pinch of salt throughout the day will keep you good to go. Thank you so much, Amod. I have my warm water here with me, and I have not added salt to it, but it's still warm. So let's see क्या है रिजल्ट. आई थिंक बहुत ही ज़्यादा कॉम्पिटिटिव होने वाला है. 11 बच्चों ने फिर से सही आंसर दिया है. अच्छा, सिविल्स डेली अंकित, मनीषा, आई थिंक यू आर गोना गो डाउन दिस टाइम. I see Atul coming up here. Amod is here. Akash back to the top position. Amarnath is also there. Amarnath again competing at a very nice level. Mayur is also competing at a very nice level. Guys, for newcomers, the faster you answer, the more marks you get. ठीक है? Ajay is there. Very well done, Ajay. Prateek again. Welcome, Prateek. Akriti, good Akriti. Civils Daily, sorry, Ankit, Manisha, Amod. Amod is also back here. Atul, I think Atul is a newcomer here. Okay? So guys, good intense competition going on around here. Okay? Let's shift to quickly. Next question क्या है हमारा? Quickly, let's shift to the next question. Again, I have, yes, I see all the players joining in. ठीक है? Great. चलो चलते हैं फिर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे. क्या है हमारा? वर्चुअल प्राइवेट नेटवर्क. अच्छा, बी वेरी केयरफुल. इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट you have to pick. Do not pick up the correct statement. ठीक है? So the first is whether it can establish high target UPSC 2023. Welcome to our session. All you got to do is go to menti.com, type the code 55390626, and you can actually participate in this live quiz. Okay? So guys, quickly, whatever answer that you think is correct, go ahead, mark it out. Incorrect dena hai, don't fall into the trap of marking the wrong one. Okay? The first, I think 2, 3, I think the time is getting over. So guys, try and wrap up quickly. So again, I had good amount of votes which were supporting, I think, the right answer. And again, I think, see guys, you have been doing very well in these computer related questions. So good. And usually what I see is computer and science and like particularly in science and tech, computer related questions are not very, very difficult. Okay? So make sure you revise that properly, because you're able, if you know the concept, you're able to tackle it very nicely. So I think we see the results. Majority is again here. For the people who answered the first option, see again, this is the basic definition of a virtual private network. Okay? It actually establish a very protected and a secure network over the public network. Okay? So that is the very idea of virtual private network. And encryption, obviously encryption happens in real time. That is the whole idea, how it is so secure and protected, because encryption is happening in real time. Third, public Wi-Fi is more vulnerable. Again, public Wi-Fi is more vulnerable because see, it's not a secured network. When you talk about public Wi-Fi, anybody can come in, anybody can use it. So again, it's not a very secure network, and that is why it is more and more vulnerable to any kind of internet traffic. And why is the last statement wrong here? Because see, when you have your network hampered, okay, suddenly there's an issue with your connection, obviously your secure network is going to be hampered or affected because of it. Okay, that is the whole idea here. Whenever you have any kind of stable network and any issue comes into play, it's not that suddenly in the sense कि जो भी आप डेटा ट्रांसफर कर रहे होते हैं ना, जो अनएनक्रिप्टेड स्टेट में जाता है, ठीक है, इट स्टार्ट्स फ्लोइंग इन द अनएनक्रिप्टेड स्टेट. सो जो एनक्रिप्शन होता है, दैट बिकम्स कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड, एंड दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई whenever the internet is interrupted, the connection is interrupted, you are exposing your whole connection to say hackers and all those kind of things. ठीक है. So I think ये concept is something, I think ये previous year में भी आ रखा है. ठीक है. Amod is saying, I like this prediction based on PYQ, and this is what makes this exercise more interesting. Thank you so much, Amod, for recognizing the idea that we're trying to follow up here. ठीक है. तो देखते हैं लीडर बोर्ड पे क्या चल रहा है स्टेटस. Akash is gonna go down and Saurabh is back. Sneha is also back into the mix. I see Amarnath sitting at top. Mayur maintaining his position. Very, very good, Mayur. Then we've got Ajay, we've got Akriti, then we've got Akash, then we've got Amod, Manisha, Saurav, Prateek, Sneha. Acha, Amod, one thing also I very like about this exercise is I am pretty sure, like I'm dead sure you guys cannot really Google out and answer this particular set of questions. So I think that is also one good activity that I like, that I know if you're answering the answer, you're answering on your own knowledge. ठीक है. नहीं तो a lot of time what happens is people answer prelims paper, like they do it online, but they keep on checking on the internet, then start solving the question. So I kind of feel like that is a failed activity if you're constantly checking and then doing the paper. Okay, so Mayur is saying thank you so much, ma'am. Good start, Mayur. Chalo chalte, let's move on to the next question. We've got the fourth question. Let's quickly see what the question is. I think all our players are ready. We've got good amount of players. 22 players have joined. Just a moment. Target is asking, ma'am, code कैसे connect करें? मेरा first time. Target, just go to menti.com. अब देखो slide के ऊपर लिखा हुआ है ना, go to menti.com and use the code 55390626. आपको इस साइट पे जाना है और ये कोड सिंपली टाइप करना है and you'll be able to participate in this quiz. ठीक है. Amod is saying yes, countdown also makes it very more pressure oriented. Yes. चलो guys. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है नियर फील्ड कम्युनिकेशन. अच्छा, ये भी आपका प्रीवियस ईयर में आया हुआ है थीम, एंड दिस क्वेश्चन इज वेरी वेरी इजी, इसलिए मैंने इसका टाइमर भी 40 सेकेंड्स रखा, 45 नहीं रखा. You have to pick the correct one, properly read it and then answer the question. ठीक है. जल्दी के चक्कर में don't make silly mistakes. ठीक है. Be very careful. So near field communication technology, again we've got like ATMs using this kind of technology. ठीक है. जब आपका वो डेबिट होता है, so it's a very very common technology that we work with, right? So I've got all the answers here. ठीक है. So majority इस बारी थोड़ी सी गलत चली गई. ठीक है. तभी मैंने properly guys I properly warned you कि read the question, read the option properly. ठीक है. I wanted to trick you guys on this easy question. Okay, the first option is wrong because it is not short to medium range. ठीक है. A very small word, but it is not medium. It is only short range communication technology, and I think only 3 people were able to identify that. So first statement is actually wrong, and it only works, the data transfer and everything happens within few centimeters. ठीक है. तो it is not medium range, it is a very short range technology, and again it works on radio waves, so that is perfectly right. ठीक है. So we've got first statement which is wrong here, but the second statement is right, and I think most of you guys while reading had ignored this particular short range wala medium range wala term. ठीक है. And again the devices on which it can be used is again phones, tablets, your wearables. These wearables also Amod is saying by the time we get informed we've already submitted the response. Yes, I understand, I remember the lag, but again see, you had to read the question properly na, you had to read the options properly, so that kind of remains here. ठीक है. चलो देखते हैं क्या स्टेटस है, किसने सही दिया, किसने, 3 लोगों ने दिया, अजय, अतुल एंड सौरभ. So I think Ajay would come to the top now. Yes, Ajay, Saurav back into the lead. We've got Amarnath here. Mayur is still there in top 5. Akriti is there. Akash has come down a bit. Amod is there. Manisha, Atul, Pratik. So other guys also, Sneha, Unnati, Kriti, and who all were there? Target UPSC, I hope you were able to join. Karthik, again civil study, yes, Ankit. So guys, buckle up, because I think if you answer very quickly and answer the right question, I think you can completely come to this leaderboard also. ठीक है. 5th question है, 50% we've reached. Quickly guys join in, करते हैं अब हम ये start. And next question हमारा किस चीज़ के ऊपर है? Virtual reality and augmented reality. Again, be very careful. Incorrect answer you need to pick up. ठीक है. So guys, see, virtual reality I think has become so common today that even if you go to malls, you can actually see people games and all those things being displayed as virtual reality there. ठीक है. So I think it has become very very easy to recognize, and even augmented reality in couple of these years, like if you remember Google Glasses, ठीक है, I think that is the easiest way to learn what augmented reality is. ठीक है. Aryan Ali, hi, good evening, hope you're enjoying the session. Do try to join in. ठीक है. So we've got majority of right votes here, which is good. See, the basic difference between virtual reality and augmented, like you must have seen in malls, you see those big gears that people wear. ठीक है. So that is basically virtual reality. The reality is created there. So you can see game screens being made. Like for example, you can wear that handset and you would feel that you're standing in Hogwarts and playing a game, solving a riddle or whatever it is. Okay, augmented reality is what? Like you wear those Google glasses and you see, say for example, you see a building and a layer is superimposed on it saying that this flat is available at this rate, this flat is available at this rate, or this flat will be sold at this particular price. So what is happening is layers are being superimposed on reality. So this is not creating the reality but putting layers on it. Okay? Sneha is saying that the first one should be augmented reality. Yes, perfectly right, Sneha, because it is putting layers on them. Okay? So the third option, it says here that AR, one can see the fish swimming through the world around you. Okay? And the second option says you can actually create the underwater world. So you can create a sense of reality here. ठीक है. एंड AR में क्या होगा, फिशेज ही आपको दिखेगी, जैसे आप न्यूयॉर्क में घूम रहे हो आपको फिशेज ही वहां पे दिख जाएगी सामने. ठीक है. सो वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कंसेप्ट. देखते हैं लीडर बोर्ड पे व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. 11 पीपल हैड आंसर्ड दिस क्वेश्चन राइट. ओके, सो again a lot of mix we'll be seeing here. Okay, so Ajay comes to a very very good lead here. ठीक है, very good Ajay. Akriti comes second. Amod, good Amod. I think आपने भी, I think you started somewhere from the 8th or 7th position. and directly now you're on the third position. Akash is again back. Saurabh a bit, you came a bit below here. Amarnath, Mayur, Prateek, Sneha is back, and Atul is here. ठीक है, so guys, अजय ने काफ़ी अच्छी लीड ले ली है, so you'll have to challenge him a bit. Make sure all of your answers are going right so that you guys can come into the leaderboard. ठीक है, क्या चल रहा है? चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. सिक्स्थ क्वेश्चन पे क्या स्टेटस है सिक्स्थ क्वेश्चन का? एज कंप्यूटिंग. ठीक है, you guys must have heard about cloud computing. So the concept is somewhat related to it, not exactly, but again somewhat the idea comes from it. ठीक है, now you have to pick up what is the correct statement here, right? So be very careful, the time is running out. The first option is talking about whether it's like kind of defining the whole concept. ठीक है, and the second is talking about the latency speed while processing. So we've got the answers here, so a mixed bunch. I think majority did vote for the first option, but we've got 5 people who answered second also, then 8 people who answered the third also. So I think, see guys, edge computing is something, if you guys don't know, you can add it to your notes. ठीक है, तो एज कंप्यूटिंग इज बेसिकली लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल जब हम क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग की बात करते हैं, ठीक है, व्हाट डू वी डू इन क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग इज वी प्रोवाइड अ सेंट्रलाइज्ड सर्वर, वी प्रोवाइड सेंट्रलाइज्ड डेटाबेस, एंड ऑन दैट एवरीबडी कैन ज्वाइन इन and put in their data. Edge computing is something different. Edge means it goes on to edge. So what is happening is the data handling services or deployment goes on to the end users. ठीक है, so from centralized it is shifting to your segmented portion, जैसे Dropbox हो गई, Gmails हो गए. ठीक है, so your data captures happens at the endpoint, which may be the laptops or the tablets. ठीक है, so it is kind of an extension of the whole idea of cloud computing. Amod is saying storage of data locally. Yes, excellent Amod. So it basically differs in the time taken, the processing information. ठीक है, and usually इसके कुछ benefits है. One of the major benefits is it reduces the latency time. ठीक है, it is much more quicker for data processing and delivery of the data. ठीक है, second is localized solution है, so you don't need a lot of bigger data spaces, infrastructure to be put in one place, so it becomes much more easier. ठीक है, it is more data efficient in the sense that ठीक है, the data does not need to be sent over the network constantly, so that networking space is created here. ठीक है, so by that logic we've got option 1 correct. Second is wrong because it says latency speed is increasing. It is not, because the processing becomes much more easier. ठीक है, so that actually reduces. तो देखते हैं what is the status on the leaderboard today. Ajay again I think is in very good form. Akriti could not answer, so I think Akriti, okay, the competition is so intense. You answer one wrong, you go from 5th, 2nd to directly I think 5th, 6th. ठीक है, so very very intense play today. Ajay at top, good. Amod, Saurav, Mayur again back here, Sneha back, Akriti you've come down a bit, Akash you've come down a bit, Amarnath, Prateek and Atul. So guys, buckle up, jaldi quickly let's answer the right questions so that we can see changes in your final leaderboard also. And I think questions are not going very very difficult. Not the latency, it says latency requirement is low. It says increasing the requirement, not the latency itself. See, I think the wordings might confuse you a bit. Akash, we were talking about the latency only. ठीक है, increase and decrease, we were talking about the latency and the processing of the data. Basically the idea is, अच्छा, one more thing you guys have to be very careful. In options we have limited space. ठीक है, so sometimes we have to create options which compresses the wordings that are there. ठीक है. So take the whole meaning as a whole. So if you're talking about latency, take the whole meaning there. ठीक है. Don't like in some questions if you're tricking you over one or two words, then that's a separate case. But I think here we were talking about latency as a whole, Akash. ठीक है. चलो 7th question. Let's move on quickly to the 7th question. It's talking about digital signatures and electronic signatures. ठीक है. Again incorrect. पहले ही बता रही हूँ. The first one is that digital signatures are authorized and regulated by certification authority. Second is electronic signature is usually not regulated. Third is electronic signatures are cryptographic implementation of digital signatures used as a proof of authenticity. Okay, and last is all of them are correct. Now digital signature I think has come in your mains question. Like if you go to previous year question papers of mains, you'll see digital signature as a question has come up. Okay, so again the exchange is present. Okay, from I think mixed answers again here, and we had maximum votes for the last option. Usually people have a tendency to pick all of them as an answer, so I made sure this time that is not the correct answer. Why is, guys, the third statement, why is it incorrect is because see, digital signature is a cryptographic implementation of electronic signatures, not the other way around. Okay, digital signature are much more specific and they are the cryptographic implementation. ठीक है, तो ये यहाँ पे switch कर दिया था basic idea. Again the idea here is digital signature क्या है, आपकी computerized fingerprint है. ठीक है. Charu is saying C. Amod, I think you went wrong with this particular answer. Charu, you can go and join in the quiz also at menti.com and type the code so that you can play the live quiz also. ठीक है. So what I was saying, it is a computerized fingerprint. ठीक है, unique to every person. Again mathematical algorithms वगैरह, all these things are used. ठीक है. Electronic signature is something which was much more simpler. It is like a substitute for your handwritten signature in the electronic form. It's not necessarily that it is scripted. ठीक है, it is encrypted, and again it is not proof of your identity, but basically it can be kind of an approval that you show for a contract. So electronic signature is much more much more of a stronger like legal enforcement, if I would say. It has, ठीक है, because certificates and all these things, it is regulated by it. ठीक है. So the idea here is that, and encryption that happens in case of digital signature, that happens with your public key infrastructure. ठीक है. So again I hope you guys, अच्छा, Akash is still talking about the last question. I think, ma'am, the last option is also right now as per the requirement of the question, since not all the options are correct and the question is asking for the incorrect. Acha, all yeah, good logic here, Akash. But again, if you see an incorrect option, but again by that logic, Akash, you're challenging that even the first statement is wrong and even the second statement is wrong, because it says all of them are correct here, right? So yeah, that becomes a bit vague. If you know a proper option which is completely incorrect, I think stick with that. ठीक है. तो देखते हैं मिक्स में what is the position on leaderboard here. I think only Akriti on the top 10 was able to answer it right, so I think she'll be able to come to the third position. Yeah, great. So rest, I think, that did not change. So I think we'll move on to the next question, because we want people to make a lot of changes and come back into the game. ठीक है, चलो 8th question लेते हैं quickly. What is the tally with respect to 8th question? अच्छा, application programming interface is not included, which is not included in IndiaStack. ठीक है, you need to tell me that. And the 4 softwares here, the 4 application here mentioned are Aadhaar, eSign, United Payment Interface, and Bharat Bill Payment. So the question here, I hope you guys, this is basically from your current affairs. Okay, So make sure that your current affairs is properly read out. And again, what is IndiaStack? IndiaStack is basically is set of your APIs, this application programming interfaces, ठीक है, जो government businesses and startups and your developers ये utilize करते हैं for digital infrastructure to solve any kind of their problems like going cashless, paperless, these kind of things. ठीक है, so again the list is somewhat थोड़ा रट्टा वाली चीज़ है. Let's see what is the position here. People have sided with the E sign here actually a lot, which is, see guys, acha, I think there's one mistake here also. Sorry guys, I think there's one mistake. The answer should be fourth here. So but again majority here is wrong. The people who answered fourth, I'm sorry to them. ठीक है, यहाँ पे फोर्थ होना चाहिए था. यूनाइटेड पेमेंट इंटरफेस नहीं होगा. बेसिकली इसमें क्या क्या आता है, अब देखो, आई कैन नॉट कैंसिल दिस क्वेश्चन, सो अगेन सॉरी फॉर दैट, बट आई थिंक वो देखते ही मुझे आइडिया हो गया, शायद वो मार्किंग में गलत हो गया. बट अगेन मेजॉरिटी इधर पे थोड़ी सी गलत है, तो आई विल टेक दैट बेनिफिट हियर. सॉरी टू दोज पीपल हु आंसर्ड भारत पेमेंट बिल वाला सिस्टम. ठीक है, तो देखो इसके अंदर है क्या क्या और क्या क्या नहीं है, वो लिस्ट एटलीस्ट आपने अपने प्रीलिम्स के लिए कर लो. ठीक है, अमोद आई डोंट नो वेदर यू आंसर्ड राइट और नॉट. ठीक है, सी जो इसके अंदर आ रहे हैं विच इज़ द कोर पार्ट, प्लीज गाइज, आधार ऑथेंटिकेशन, आधार eKYC, e-sign is also there, digital locker is also there, united payment interface is also there, and then digital user consent. So six APIs are present inside it, and what is not present inside is your goods and service tax related network, then your Bharat bill payment system, and then your electronic toll collection system. Again, Bharat bill payment system, can anybody tell me who is the one who controls this particular system in the comment system, in the comment box? If anybody knows, go ahead and comment it. ठीक है, अब देखो इसमें थोड़ा सा लीडर बोर्ड ऊपर नीचे जाएगा. सम पीपल will benefit, so Amod got the benefit here, Manisha and Pritish. ठीक है, I think Akriti went down a bit. Ajay is still maintaining. It's very difficult. Amod is saying I am the accidental topper. Yes, Akash, good. Yes. ठीक है, NPCI as such, not like in relation to Bharat bill payment, but as such it is a very important topic with respect to your prelims. ठीक है, go through its page. If you've not gone through its page now, उसका जो website है, very nice website. Go on the section with respect to about us, and you'll find the various schemes that they are attached to, what are the various platforms they are working upon it. So I think whatever information that is needed with respect to NPCI, that is actually available on their website. ठीक है, so their website is very very good. You can go and browse it through. ठीक है, hi Sujita ma'am, I answered the fourth. I'm so sorry Sujita, I think we've got accidental topper here who've come up above because of that. Abhishek Singh, it was a typing mistake ma'am, I wanted to type Bharat bill payment only and by mistake I typed e-sign. Okay Abhishek, it's all right. I think we all are humans. To err is human. I'll take that benefit of saying that term here right now, because I also made one mistake in selecting the right option in my PPT. ठीक है, चलो let's move on to the 9th question quickly, not wasting too much of your time. What is, अच्छा, it's on quantum computers and classical computers. Again, be very specific about the terms that we are using here. ठीक है, we are playing upon the terms, so I'm in whatever question we are playing upon the terms, I'm telling you beforehand only. ठीक है, so the first option is on bits and qubits. I think this should be easier for you guys to answer, not a very difficult thing. The second is talking about the types of task and the speed. The third is talking about accuracy, and the fourth is talking about which it is suited for. So I was expecting that nobody should answer the first question. Amod is saying sorry to Sujita. It's all right. I think it was my fault. I'll take it upon me, Amod. ठीक है? तो qubits and bits वाला तो I'm very happy that none of you have done it wrong. So very good, because qubits is something that comes in quantum computing and bits comes under the classical computers. Okay, then second option here, see, with respect to second and third, again one sense was there that it had all there. Okay, so all is kind of an extreme, so maybe you can pick upon it. But if you go through this content of quantum computing is, see, it is more accurate, it is more faster, but again only to certain specific scenarios. Okay, in normal computing still our classical computers are able to do these tasks much more better. ठीक है, जैसे कि say for example this chemical molecules वाला thing, the quantum computers are very good for calculating any kind of factorials. ठीक है, mathematical problems, the quantum computers are very good. ठीक है, any kind of like I went and googled it also. There's certain list of computing tasks which are actually given in which quantum computers are much more better. ठीक है, so there is a list of tasks, so there are certain places where quantum computers are performing better, but in normal day to working we still have to, you know, make quantum computers much more adaptable to your normal functions right now. ठीक है, so it is still under research, and if we say all to it, I think that would be somewhat very extreme. ठीक है, Ajay, yeah ma'am, put my place in stake. Yes, Ajay. Ajay is like, my position is going at stake. But I think you must have answered this question correctly, Ajay. So I don't think your position is going in. Yes, you answered it correctly. So yes, I think you're at not much of a change. I think Akash shifted a bit above. Rest, everyone is getting maintained here. ठीक है, चलो, Ajay, sorry for that, but I think you're still number one, and I think you have a good lead here. Amod, you need to answer more right questions to come on the top position. ठीक है, no more flukes are gonna work here. Ajay, Akriti also playing very well. ठीक है, how many girls do I see in the top 10 here? I see Akriti here and Sneha here. Guys are there, but girls, please, जितना और सही आंसर दोगे, आई वॉन्ट मोर गर्ल्स टू कम इन द टॉप 10 पोजिशन ऑल्सो. ठीक है, चलो क्विकली लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द लास्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ द डे. ठीक है, Amod, if you answer this question correctly, you do have a chance of coming on the top position, but I don't think Ajay is gonna let you do that. ठीक है, other people also, please try and answer this particular question correctly. ठीक है, चलो, what is the question on? Let's quickly move on. Acha, blockchain technology. I don't think this question was very difficult, so I think everybody should be able to answer this question. Number one, it's talking about whether it is a type of centralized database system or not. Second, it's talking about whether it's used for financial transaction and cryptography. Third, it's talking about whether it's transparent way of doing the storing of data. And fourth, whether it's vulnerable to hacking and cyber attacks. Again, you have to pick the right statement. So guys, if you go through the basic idea of blockchain, the features with respect to it, number one thing here is that blockchain actually is a very secure network. ठीक है, it is a decentralized network. You don't need any regulatory authority. That is why, ठीक है, we see cryptocurrency being used here, and that is why we don't have any one single source for cryptocurrency. ठीक है, so obviously you can deduct that one is wrong. Second, why is it wrong? Again, extreme word only, because we know blockchain technology is also used in your storing of legal papers, also maintaining patents, even in medical areas it can be utilized in a very nice way. Okay, so multiple application. Third is obviously right. Fourth is wrong, because again there's a system of encryption here. So if one chain or one area is broken, then it has to match, you know, since it's decentralized, it has to match with my data also. So when the matching does not happen, obviously it's compromised, and hacking and cyber attacks becomes much more difficult. So Sujita is saying that she missed the initial 6 question, joined late. Yes, Sujita, I think the competition has become so intense कि आज के टाइम पे अगर आप स्टार्टिंग में 2-3 क्वेश्चन में मिस कर देते हो ना, तो आपको इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कम ऑन द स्कोर बोर्ड हियर. ठीक है, चलो लेट्स लुक एट द फाइनल टैली हियर, एंड आई थिंक we see multiple of these people answering the question right. So I think Ajay is gonna maintain the lead here. Yes, congratulations Ajay, finally you've made it to the top. Excellent. And Mayur is saying that are we not doing any CSAT question? Mayur, we've dropped the CSAT question right now because it does not make any sense to mix GS and CSAT. We'll have separate sessions for CSAT later on, okay, in which we'll only do CSAT questions. Okay, otherwise it's like we're breaking the flow of the GS1 and GS2. That is why we tried it for some time, like we were experimenting, but it did not work, so we dropped the idea. Amod is saying yes, Amod, you came second. Akriti third. Saurav again. Akash, very well done. See, Saurav, Akash, I think I've been seeing you again here on the leaderboard. Sneha is also there. Acha, Atul, Pratik, new entry. Peter Parker, I'm not sure who is Peter Parker, but excellent. I think you did answer a lot of questions very nicely. That is why you were, you know, in the last question you suddenly came into the lead. And Mayur, again, congratulations, your first day. Coming to the top 10 position again is very difficult here, so very well played. Okay, finally, yes, Ajay is saying he made it to the, I think Ajay has been playing with us from very starting, so very, very good, Ajay. Okay, so I'll put the screenshot of you topping on the Telegram also. Okay, so congratulations, Ajay. Okay, I don't think we've had abhi tak hat-trick kind of a thing that one person is continuously topping all the 3 sessions. Okay, Akash is saying it's very difficult to solve CSAT question in 40. Yes, Akash, we also felt like it's very difficult and we cannot extend the time a lot because it kind of becomes very difficult to not speak for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so that is also one difficulty. Second difficulty with CSAT is we cannot include the comprehension based question here. So that is another difficulty with respect to CSAT that we were facing. Okay, so good guys, very good. A nice day today. Congratulations, Ajay. So tomorrow, guys, we have Path Sir with history session. Okay, we'll start again at 7 o'clock, and I'll meet you guys with geography session next week. Okay, and I'll be following who tops in these sessions. Even Path Sir वाले sessions में देखूंगी कौन top करता है, because I still want somebody to make hat trick. अभी IPL season शुरू हो गया ना, so we want that kind of hat trick happening here also. So all the best, guys. See you on Monday with geography, and thank you so much for joining. And if you have any other doubts with respect to this program or any other doubts with respect to prelims, mains preparation, you can just go on and connect with us. We'll talk about any kind of doubts in your preparation, mentorship, whatever you have, we'll have a solution for that. Okay? Thank you so much for today, and see you soon, guys.